Good day everyone! Today guys, I'm gonna show you an actual way on how to apply for a car insurance here in the United States. Then at the end of this video is the most important discussion about the policy coverage, which is the most technical part in getting a car insurance. So it is really vital for you to be able to understand these things in order for you to get a better deal. So if you're interested, stay tuned and watch till the end. I'm Nurse Juan your OFW nurse. Disclaimer, this discussion is mainly based on my own experience and my own understanding. If you have any inputs or comment, please just add in on the comment section. So let's start. So the first thing you have to do is to find the car that you are planning to buy. You need to get their details. So if you're in the midst of buying a car, best thing you can do is to go to the car dealership's website and get the details. Or you can also ask the details from your car agent. So let's go with the website part. So just look for the car. Let's assume we are choosing the cheapest car since we don't have enough loan money when you arrive here. So let's pick this black Nissan Rogue SV and click on the details. One major important thing you need here is the VIN or the Vehicular Identification Number. All cars have their own VIN, which you can find mostly on the car's windshield or at the side of the door. So let's copy that. Then let's read and get more basic details about your car, like the safety features, trim, and all those things. Then now, let's go to the auto insurance website. For this video, let's use the website as it is one of the easiest way for me to navigate and to teach you guys. In order for you to proceed, one important thing you need is your home address or your future home address. Mainly getting the zip code of your specific area. So let's use an example. Like here in Kentucky, particularly in Louisville. I think for Louisville alone, it has around like 50 different zip codes. So take note of those things, okay? Then below, you can see different options for you to bundle up. Like I told you in my previous video, it will be cheaper if you get them by bundle. So options like go with home insurance, renter's insurance, or condominium insurance, whichever is applicable for you. So for most of us, we'll be going with the additional renter's insurance. Some landlords will require you to have renter's insurance before you'll be able to move into your apartment. So you need these things also, okay? And some of them will require a specific policy coverage in order for you to be able to move in. But for this video, let's just focus on the car insurance or auto insurance. Of course, you have to fill in your basic details, your name, date of birth, your home address, planned home address. You have to be specific about this because rates may change depending on your specific address. So you really need to be accurate on which place you'll be staying at. So for this time, I just chose a random address in Louisville. Then when we try to use this address, it shows that someone in that house is under a progressive auto insurance already. So we will not click on that and select no. I will add on my own vehicle. Like I told you before, it's nice to have your VIN ready to make it easier for you instead of putting all the details for your car model type. So let's click enter by VIN. Then just paste it. Then for the vehicle use, of course, you're mainly going to use this for commute or going to work. Days per week we work. Normally around 4 days per week. That's your typical average. The next, own or lease. Neither, because we are having it financed through a loan. How long had you had this vehicle? Most likely for new immigrants like us, so definitely less than a month. Then annual mileage. This is the total distance that your car has drove. This is mainly important for second-hand cars or pre-owned cars. You can find this on your car's dashboard. You might need to take a picture and upload it to show as a proof. Then for brand new cars, it is most likely just under 10 miles. So for this, let's use 0 to 3,999. Is primary address same with mailing address? Of course, yes. Then you have to key in few more details like marital status. Let's just say single, but I'm not. Then high level of education, graduate work, employment, of course, employed, occupation, RN or registered nurse. Then asking about the home, of course, we are renting it. Then driving history, assuming we have a valid US license. For the license type, choose personal. Then for the status, of course, valid. Then years license would be less than 1 year. On this rate, we are paying about $138 for the initial payment. If you don't have a valid US license and you only have an international or foreign driver's license, even with more than 3 years experience, your rate will be this high. Yikes! If ever this shows on your computer, don't worry. Call the hotline and have it checked. Normally, it is not an accurate computation. Same thing what happened to me when I was starting here in the United States. I had this kind of results for getting code online with Geico and Progressive. So what I did is I called the hotline and they did a new computation or quotation for that. And they ended up having like a 450 to 470, which is cheaper versus like 700, 600. Anyway, let's proceed. Do I have a non-auto policies with Progressive? Of course, I'll click no. Then asking for primary email address. How many residents live at home? So let's just say 1 because you're living alone. Then injuries claimed before, 0. Especially for us new immigrants, of course. Then, for the next one is a program that will help lower your rate based on your driving skills. So basically, they will track your driving pattern via using an app on your phone. For Progressive, they are using Snapshot. Other companies use their own versions of their apps. So the catch here is to drive all the time and bring your phone with you all the time. Normally, 30-day period of doing this, then they will evaluate your driving pattern, then give you a proper rate. So this is good if you're new in the United States, especially if you're scared of driving and drive so slow. But for someone like me, in my particular stage, I'm having a hard time trying to drive on a speed limit or dedicated speed limit. So for now, I'm not a good candidate for this. So if you're planning to get this is my tip for you. Drive like you have a baby on board. Okay? So be nice, gentle, and importantly, drive safe. I'm sure they'll provide you a lower rate for this. The next, same thing as in the first page, bundling will definitely help you save some money. So it's wise to do this. But for now, let's just focus on the auto insurance. So, drum roll. So here is the rate offered by Progressive for me. So it's $138.80. This is for today. But take note, this is not your monthly rate. Nope, not. You have to read the fine lines. So make sure to read the fine lines because that's always a strategy here in the United States. So below it states, plus 5 monthly payment of $218.81. Total of $1,232. So meaning you'll be paying $1,232 for the total of 6 months worth of car insurance. So if you convert this to monthly, so you divide it by 6 months, that will give you $205.33 per month. So obviously, this is a marketing strategy, like a clickbait type. So they're like giving you a promo rate for the first month, only for the first month. Then they will charge you $218.64 per month for the next 5 months. Then, if you see further below, one way to save with your car insurance is to pay them in full or in bulk. So, you try to pay for the good for 6 months, which is $1,069, wherein you'll be able to save $163. This is more ideal, really. So, if you have this kind of deals, better get the 6-month period, or if they provide a 1-year period with a bigger discount deal, go with that. $138.80 is the choice provided by Progressive for you. They have a recommended type, which is more expensive. Then they also have a basic type, which is more cheaper, which is $109. So what is the difference between the three of them? It is mainly the policy coverage of your auto insurance. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is, like I said earlier, the technical part, which you really have to grasp in order to get a better deal for your car insurance. On each of these, you can change the conditions of this policy to either lower your rate or increase your monthly auto insurance rates, depending on your preference. So, what are these things? Most of this coverage has their explanation on a side note, so you guys can just read about it by just clicking those little notes over there. For this video, I will just give you a quick definition for those coverages. So first will be the bodily injury and property damage liability. So if you were in an accident and you were the one who caused the accident, meaning you are at fault, and you caused a bodily injury and property damage, this will cover those expenses. So the insurance company will pay for those things. And those number listed, the maximum amount your car insurance company will pay. The next is uninsured motorist bodily injury. For example, you were in an accident and the one who caused the accident is not insured or uninsured motorist. So meaning whatever needs that you need or expenses that you need to pay because of that accident, this part will cover for that. So they are gonna pay you for this particular amount. This only applies if the motorist doesn't have an insurance policy. The next will be the underinsured motorist bodily injury. It's kind of similar with the uninsured, but for this part, the motorist are actually insured but doesn't have enough coverage to cover your expenses. So this will cover your side as well. The next will the medical payments. During accidents, they can cover you for certain expenses, but most likely they don't get this because most of us do have our own medical insurance. So we are kind of already covered with this part with our own medical insurance. The next will be the personal injury protection. So it's $10,000 with $1,000 deductible. So here it says that the limit you select will be the most that will be paid to each person insured on your policy in one single accident, up to a total of $10,000 per person. Then it covers you, your resident relatives, and certain persons injured while your insured car or pedestrian who are injured in an accident involving your insured car. The next will be the additional personal injury protection. So it's just like add-on. If you think 10,000 is not enough, you can select this and edit to add more, but you have to pay more. The next will be the guest personal injury protection. So instead of the driver, this will be more for the guest. So normally you don't really have to get it, or it's really up to you. The next will be no-fault benefit. This limits your right to sue another driver if you're in an accident. If you add this, you typically won't be able to sue unless you're seriously injured. So here there's more details, so if you want, just pause and read all of these things. Now let's proceed more for the car coverages. So the first one is the comprehensive with 1,000 deductible. So here it explains that it pays for damages to your car caused by events such as fire, theft, vandalism, hail, or auto accidents with animals. Keep in mind, accidents with other vehicles or objects, mailboxes, fences, house, are instead covered by the next one, which is the collision part. It's like the example I used earlier. If you have a car that was destroyed while it was parked on the side of the road, then it costs like $10,000, and with your deductible, you have to pay it $1,000. Then the rest will be covered by your car insurance policy. The next will be the collision. Pays for your vehicle damages if you are in an auto accident, no matter who is at fault. So if you're driving on the road and you were in an accident, so the insurance company will cover the expenses for this, but you have to pay for the deductible, which is $1,000. If, for example, the damages for both the collision and the comprehensive won't even reach $1,000, then you have to shoulder those expenses. So meaning it is not major enough in order for your car insurance policy to kick in. The next will be for the rental. Pays for your rental car fees while your vehicle is being repaired from a covered loss. So most likely you don't really need this. The next will be the roadside. Pays for towing, jump starts, or fuel delivery if you run out of gas, tire changes, and etc. Which is available 24/7. So like I told you earlier, you can get this, or you can just choose like an outside service like a AAA. The next will be the loan or lease payoff. Helps pay off your loan or lease if your vehicle is total or really super damaged that you can't use it anymore. So this policy covers the difference between what your vehicle is actually worth and what outstanding loan or lease balance is in the event of a total loss. Now that we're done with the definitions, let's try to edit some of the policy coverages. So now it shows that we are $133 and 0.07 cents if we start today and get the auto insurance today. If you see it's different from the earlier, it's because different day they provide a different coverage. So I was able to do this part on the following day. So let's try changing the comprehensive part. Now we are at 1,000 deductible. If the deductible is lower, meaning you have to pay more monthly for your car insurance, then if the deductible is higher, your monthly payment is lower. Example, your car was vandalized or robbed or destroyed while it was parked somewhere, and it costs us like $10,000 to have it fixed. If your deductible is $1,000, means you only have to pay $1,000 to have your car fixed at the shop, and $9,000 will be covered by your car insurance company. If your deductible is higher, which is $2,000, then you have to pay $2,000. Then your insurance policy will pay $8,000. If you think you're a safe driver and you think you would not have your car damaged, or that your area where you're living in and working in is like a safe environment, then I really suggest get the higher deductible rate. Then here, you're saving $76 per month. So your new initial rate now is down to $122.44. Then $193.27 for the succeeding months. Now, let's try to lower it down further. Let's change the collision policy. So same principle applies with the collision. So let's go with the highest deductible rate. They highly suggest if you are a safe defensive driver, go with a higher deductible for the collision coverage. After that, your new rate will be $113.53, and following months will be paid for $179.33. Then, for the roadside, if you have a brand new car, sometimes they offer you a 2-year roadside assistance for free. Check your contract when you buy a new car. You might not need this under your car insurance anymore because it will be like a useless duplicate of expenses. Or some, they prefer to get an outside roadside assistance services like AAA, which costs around, I think, $60. But getting it from Progressive is also like $60, so it's kind of just the same. Unless in your state, they charge you more, so it's best to get from those outside services. So let's try removing it for now. And now, it's down to $109.50 for the first month, then $173.05 monthly afterwards. If you want to save more, pay the full $844, which will save you $130, meaning you're paying $140 per month for the next 6 months. Because here in Kentucky, we're known to have high car insurance because before, I think they're having problems wherein most of the residents are like burning their cars or something like that. So their rates for car insurance is been jacked up because of those kind of incidences. So just try to explore and tweak your policies, and if you're confident with your policies, then you can proceed to the next one. Just proceed by putting in more your specific details, your phone number. Then when would you need coverage? If your car is still in a car dealership in the midst of like getting it processed under the bank, so it's best for you to put the start date of getting your car insurance further away. Because if you start the car policy today, it's like you're having already a car with a car insurance and you don't have the car with you. So you're paying for something that's you're not using it. It's like you're just wasting money. So try not to do that, okay? One thing good about scheduling it further is you'll be able to get the policy number, which your car loan is and your car dealership will require in order for you to have your car processed. So that's the important things they need is the policy insurance number. Once they said that your car loan is approved and you'll be able to get your car, and you can call your car insurance company and tell them to move the start date on the day that you're planning to pick up your car from the car dealership so that you won't be wasting any money. Especially if you have a super high rate like without a US driver's license. So it's really best to be wise on how to do these things. Then how would you like to receive your new policy documents? Of course, preferably get it through your emails or paperless. That will be better and easier for you also. Then proceed next, and most likely it will lead you to the payments. So just prepare your credit card numbers, details, or you can use like a checking or savings account. For now, I'm not getting a new car insurance, so I won't need to proceed on this thing, okay? So this is just like an example for you guys to able to see some of how the process is for getting a car insurance. So I think that's it for the auto insurance. If you guys have any comments or suggestions, please comment down below for it, okay? So hopefully guys, you learned something from this video. If you did, please help me back by clicking the like button, subscribe button, and please share to your friends. Again, I'm Nurse Juan de la Cruz, your OFW nurse. Thank you for watching. God bless. Bye-bye. Stay safe.